Alright, let's look at the practice exam 3, problem number 9. Alright, so we're going to use geometric formulas to evaluate this definite integral. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, first we want to be able to visualize the graph of y equals square root of 24 minus 2x minus x squared. Right? And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to rewrite it this way. Right? I'm going to leave 24 alone for now. Right? But I'm going to factor out the negative sign from the last two terms. So we have negative. Then I'm going to write x squared first. Then you have a plus 2x, right? Then I'm going to give a little extra space, right? I would like to complete the square, so you have x squared plus 2x, and the term we need is going to be 1/2 of this number squared. So 1/2 of 2 is 1 squared root 1. So we would like to have 1, but you can see that that would be a different function. We're violating this equality, so I'm going to subtract 1 right away. Right? Then since I like having these three terms together, whoops, I want to use a different color. I like having these three terms together. I'm going to try to get rid of it by distributing this negative sign to -1. Right? So it's going to be +1. So I'm going to let 24 absorb that, becomes 25. Right? So 25 is same thing as 5 squared. I'm going to write it as 5 squared. Alright, then you have minus. Then these three terms becomes x plus 1 squared. Alright, then you can see that this is going to be simply a top semicircle with radius 5 and is shifted to the left 1 unit. Alright. So the graph is going to look like this, right? So if you sketch the picture, and so here's the x-axis, and here is the y-axis in the middle, right? Then you have the origin, right? So if you sketch, say, y equals, say, square root of 5 squared minus x squared, right? So this would be a semicircle centered at the origin with radius 5. So it's going to look like this. So here's 5, and here is -5, and here is +5, and the graph is going to look like this. So I'll just draw it with the dotted line, since this is not exactly the one we're looking at. Alright, the one we want is just a shifted version of the same thing. So this shifts to the left 1 unit. So so -5 goes to, whoops, maybe I should say this goes to -6 right here, and that will be 4 right there, right? And this point is going to be shifted to the left 1 unit. So I'm going to go down here. So that will be -1 here, right? So the actual graph is going to look more like this. So it's a semicircle with radius 5, but centered at the -1, 0. Right? Then this integral is going from, so we have so this is equal to integral from -6 to -1 square root of 5 squared minus x plus 1 squared dx. Right? So this goes from -6 to -1. So we're looking at this region right here. It's a quarter disk, right? So that region. All right, so we can easily find that area there. All right, this is going to be equal to, right, 1/4 of the whole disk. Radius is 5, so pi r squared, all right, which is equal to 25 pi over 4. All right, so that's the value of the definite integral. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.